Hello, Da Vinci. Welcome back. So we are on our 12th of the first 2021 session for maths now, and it's our arithmetic. So what I want you to do is I want you to get yourself ready. You've got your challenge 1 side, your challenge 2 side. I want you to take your time. There's some really tricky questions in here, which I want you to be able to complete. But what I want you to do, pause the video, make sure you've got your pencil, your paper, and a ruler, because a ruler is going to help you. And then we're ready. So pause the video, complete this, and then come back to me. Okay, starting off with challenge 1, 5 add 2. Easy. Starting from 5, jump to 1, 2. You're going to end up with the answer of 7. Tick. 9 add 0. Well, you've got 9, and you've got no more on top of that, so you've just still got 9. So your answer is still going to be 9. 5 take away 4. Now you could do this with your ruler, you could do this with your hand, you could do this in your head, but 5, and you put 1, 2, 3, 4 down, you've got 1 remaining. So your answer is 1. Something add something equals 15. Again, lots of different ways you can do this. Now remember how I taught you last time. One of the things that I showed last time was that, hold on, let me just stop sharing so you can see me nice and quickly. There we go. One of the things was I said you want to put your finger on where you want to end up. So there's my 15. And then you can choose any number before that 15. And that means that that's you're going to be a starting number. So if I maybe choose 11, I'm going to put 11 as my starting number. And I'm going to check how many it takes until I get to this finger, this 15. So I'm going to go 11, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 11 plus 4 jumps equals 15. So that could be your first one. 11 plus 4 equals 15. 11 add 4 equals 15. You could do another one. You could also put your finger on 15 again as the ending number. You could go down to 3, and you could count the jumps. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It takes 12 jumps. So that one would be 3 add 12, and then it still equals our 15. So well done. Right, let's move on to challenge 2. We've got 18 add 10. So 18p add 10p. Again, you could use your ruler for that. You could put your finger on 18 and you could jump forward 10. Another way you could do it is at the minute you've got 8 ones and you're adding no more ones. So the answer is always going to end in an 8. And then you've got 1 10 add another 10. So 1 add 1 is 2, 28 pence. That's the same way of me working it out with my 10s and 1s here. So if I just move myself a little bit smaller, there we go. It's the same way of putting 18, and I'm going to add in, make sure that looks like an 8. There we go. I'm going to add in my 0 and my 1. So 0 add 8 is 8. 1 add 1 is 2. So the answer is 28. So that's another way that you could do it. So let's go to the next one. 28 pounds add 27 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it in here. I'm going to put 2, 8, add 2, 7. 2 10s, 7 1s. Here we go. So starting off, 8 add 7. Well, I know that 8 add 7 is more than 10. So I'm going to put whatever the answer is here, but whatever the answer over 10 is, my 10 is going to cross over into the 10 side because I can't have a 10 in a 1 side. It's not going to work. So 8 add 7. Again, I could use my fingers, but I haven't got more than 10 fingers. But my ruler has got more than 10 numbers on it. It's got all the way up to 30. So starting from 8, I'm going to then count on 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My answer is 15. Now I can't have 15 here because if I put 15 there and I continue to answer it, 2 add 2, 4, that says 415. That is not the correct answer. So what you must do is, if your answer is 15, I'm just going to put it here so that I can split it up. 15 is made up of a 5 and a 10. So from my 5 and 10, I'm going to put my 5 in here, and my 10 is going to cross over. Now I'm going to change one of these 2's, and I'm going to add 110, because I've got 110 that's come from this side. It's gone over into the 10s, and it's become 110. It's not 10 ones, it's become 110. So I'm going to add 110, only 110. I'm not going to add it. If I do this, I've added 10 10s, and that's made 120 now. Nope, don't want that. What I want is, I want to change it. So I'm going to cross out this 2. I'm going to change it to a 3 because I'm adding just 110. Right, now I can do 3 add 2 is 5. There we go. 5. So you've got 55. Now 55 is your answer. But what were we working with? Were we working in bananas, oranges, pounds, pence? So your answer should be 55. Oh, if I can do my 5 correctly, there we go. 55, and it's not pounds at the end, is it? It's pounds that go at the beginning. There we go. 55 pounds. So there we go. We've now answered that second question. 40 pence, take away 10 pence. Now we should know our 10 times tables. So we know if we've got 14, we take away a 10, it's going to be the same as having 4 and take away 1. So if 4 take away 1 is 3, then 40 take away 10 is going to be 30. And again, we're working in pence, so we must put our pence at the end. Here we go. £5 times 8 equals what? So it's asking, you've got £5 and you've got 8 of them. You've got 8 £5. Well, just like counting in your 5s, you could do that. So you could put your 8, you could put your fingers up and you could count each one up to 8 and see what number you get to. So I'm going to go 5. Let me get a bit closer so you can see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's 8 times I've counted, and I've counted in my 5s. So it's going to be 40. And thankfully, I've already got my pound sign there, because otherwise I'd get the answer wrong. It would need to be £40. Well done, everyone. Right, let's move on to the next part. So I can compare money amounts using less than, more than, and equals to signs. So in today's lesson, we will be comparing different amounts of money using these signs. So just a quick discussion question. There might not be a right or wrong answer. Who do you think has the most money in their box? Who do you think? So we've got a more than, less than sign here. Who do you think? Do you think Alex has the most money, or do you think Jane has the most money? This is Alex's money box. This is Jane's money box. Who do you think has the most money? You can pause the video and discuss and tell me why. Okay, so let's have a go. Well, I'm thinking, I bet Alex has the most because he's got the biggest money box. I bet he's got loads of money in there. Yeah, I'm going to say Alex has more than Jane. Shall we see? Oh, no. I was wrong. Just because he had the biggest money box and he's got some of the biggest coins, he doesn't have the most money. I can see Alex has got £1, £1.10, add another £5 and 5 pence. So 5 add 5 is 10. So that's £1, 10, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. £1.25. That's how much Alex has got there. So it looks like this. Pound sign, £1, and I must get better at writing with my mouse. £1 and 25 pence. But how much does Jane have? Well, Jane has got 1 coin. Even though Alex has got all these coins, she's only got 1 coin. But how much is her coin worth? You're right. She's got a £2 coin. So which one's more, £1.25 or £2? Which one's more? Which one's the crocodile going to eat? You're right. He's going to eat Jane's money because Jane actually has more, even though she had the smaller money box. Oh, I was tricked. I wonder if you were tricked at home as well. Right, let's move on to the next one. No more guessing now. We've got the actual numbers here. So I want you to pause this video here, and I would like you to have a go at filling in these 3 questions. You've got one amount on one side. Now remember, these are different questions. You've got a line going in the middle here, a line splitting each one of these up, okay? So let me just draw, I know it's a bit of a silly line, but these are the lines that are splitting these two up. So you've got one side here and the other side here. The first thing I would do is I would work out how much is on this side, and then I would work out how much is on this side. And that way I can then very, very confidently say, this one or this one is bigger, okay? So pause the video and have a go now. Okay, so you've had a go now, and we're going to go through the answers. So you've got, on this side, you have this coin and this coin. So you've got a £1 coin and a 10p. So you've got £1 and 10p. Oh, and oh dear, that and is very poor, isn't it? Look at that, how silly. £1 and 10p. So on this side, you've got £1, 10p, 1 penny, and another penny. So already, without having to count them, if this here is the same as this here, then these 2 coins are extra. So without counting, because those 2 coins are the same as those 2 coins, and these coins are extra, I know that it must be this side because these have got extra coins. So no matter what the value are, because these 2 were the same, it must be more on this side. But I'm going to check to make sure. £1, 10p, 11p, 12p. So this side is £1 and 12. This side is £1 and 10p. So this side must be more. So I just need you to write, and I might get my text out so that I can write a little bit easier. Here we go. Let's just write out here. I would then write out that this is £1 and 12p. There we go. So then what else have we got here? We've got this next one here. We've got 2 £5 notes. And on this side, we've got a £5 note and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1p. So £5 note and a £5 note and £5 and 5 1p. Well, 5 1p, 5 £1. Well, you've got £10 on this side, £10 on this side, which means, oh, let me just get my text ready. So you've got £10 on this side, and on this side, you have got £5 and then 5 1p. 5 £1. Oh my goodness, I made the mistake twice. Sorry, let me try again. You've got a £5 note and 5 £1 coins. So altogether you have £10. So if you've got £10 on this side and £10 on this side, you're going to have an equal sign in the middle because you can see it is exactly the same. Now, this one is a challenging one because I haven't given you any of the coins or the notes. I've just given you what it's written out like I've written out up here and not very neatly up here. So what do you think this amount is going to be? So this says £6 and 43p. And this side says £4 and 63p. Now, I've underlined this in red because these are different numbers. It means it doesn't actually matter what the number is afterwards because I can already tell that 6 is more than 4. Now, if both of these numbers were £6, then I would need to see how much is here. And then I'd need to check. But because both of these numbers are not the same amount, I can just check by saying, well, I know that 6 is more than 4, so it must eat this one. Right, let's move on to the next question. So we're going to compare some amounts below, but first we're going to need to count the money in each jar, then write the amount in each box. Next, on the link, in the middle, we're going to use our more than, less than, equal to sign to show which amount is greater than the other. So let's start off by counting. So I'm going to look on this jar first, and I'm going to see which one's the biggest coin. And I know that this one here is the biggest coin. So I'm going to start with that one there. So I'm going to go 50p, and then I'm going to add 10p, so 50, 60, 70, 75. And each time I've counted them, I'm just going to cross them out just so I know I've counted them, okay? So 50, 60, 70, 75. So 75 pence. So this is 75 pence. Now, let's have a look on this side. I've just got one coin, so I reckon my one coin is going to be less. Am I going to be right? This is a £1 coin, which means in this box here, it's going to be £1. Okay. Which one is more or less than or equal to? Well, I know they're not equal to. So what is it? Is it 75p is more than, or £1 is more than? 1 is less than 75. But £1 is the same as saying 100 pennies, 100p. So it's going to eat our 100 or £1. So it's going to be 75 is less than a £1. Okay, let's do it again. We have £1 in this jar. So I'm going to write in £1. Then on this side, I need to check how much is here. So I'm going to count 50p, 60, 70p, 80p, 81, 82, 83, 84. Now I was counting some of those twice, and it was because I was counting in ones for this one, but I didn't want to count in twos because it might have confused me, but I just counted it twice. Same with my 20. I counted in tens, but I counted it twice. So I said 50, 60, 70, and I counted twice to make sure that I counted both of it. So we said that was 50, 60, 70, 80, 84. So this side is going to be 84p. Right, now I need to tell you which one is going to be more than, less than, or equal to. Well, in the middle, I'm going to write that £1 is more than, because again, this is the same as 100 pennies, and 100 is more than 84 pence. Right, I want you to pause the video and have a go at this one. Okay, we've shown you 2 examples. You might have had a go on those ones, and well done. I want you to have a go at this one so that you can have a good go before we start the activity. So pause the video and let's do that together. Okay, so we've got on this side 10, 20, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. So we've got 38 on this side. Now it's not in pounds yet, so it must be pence. 38 pence. And on this side, let's have a go again. I'm going to start with my biggest number because otherwise it's going to get me really confused. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 82, 83. So I'm going to write in my 83. 83. Now, is it pounds or pence? Haven't gone over 100 yet, and we haven't got any pounds there, so it must be 83 pence. Right. So 10, 10, 10, and all these ones, and then these ones on these sides. So even though this one's got 7 coins and this one's got 6 coins, this number of 83 is actually the biggest number. So it's going to be 38 pence is less than 83 pence. Right. Let's do another one. Pause the video, have a go. Then we're going to go on to our tasks after this, okay? So have another go, see whether you can work it out. Okay, so starting off here, you've got a £2 coin, right? I'm going to start with that one because that's my biggest number. £2. And then add another pound, so that's going to be £3. Right, so if I start off, I'm going to make a note that that was £3. Now, what I need to remember is I'm not now going to count in pounds for these because these are not pounds, these are pence. So let's now start counting in pence. So it's going to be 50p, 60, 70p. So I counted that one twice because it's 20p, that one, didn't I? I counted in tens, but I counted it twice. So 50, and it's gone to 70, and then 80. So that's £3.80. So what I can now do is, because I've counted all of my pounds and now pence, I can write £3.80. There we go. If I just make that a tiny bit bigger, then we can stretch it out and we can get it all in the same box. There we go. So we've got £3.80. Now let's go on to this side. So we've got £1. Now the rest of them aren't pounds. So to make sure that I don't get confused, I'm going to write down £1 and I'm going to then count what the rest of it is. So £1 and 10, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So £2.28. That is the amount for this side. £2.28. Is it pounds or pence? £1, sorry, £1, my mistake. £1 and 28 pence. So we've got £3.80, £1.28. Which one's the biggest number? Well, it's going to be this side is the biggest number, isn't it? £3 is the biggest side. Let's go on to the next one. Right, you're now going to have a go. Now, you're going to count the numbers in the jars, and then you're going to write the number on your piece of paper. And I've shown you what I'm looking for here. Now, some of you might not have the squared paper, but you definitely have squared whiteboard paper if you want to work it out on your whiteboard, and then write it onto a sheet of paper, whatever works for you. But this is how I'd like you to write it. So question 1, how much is in one jar? So in one jar was 75p. Then in the other jar, you've got a pound, 75p, and you leave a gap, and then you write your next jar, a pound. And in that gap, I've then written in my more than, less than, equals to sign. You don't have to write it in a circle like this if you don't want to. Well, all I'm asking you to do is nice and neatly, in between these two numbers, just write in your more than, or your less than, or your equals to sign, okay? That is your task. Right, so let me show you what your work is today. This is your challenge 1. You've got this jar and this jar, and then what you need to do is you need to then write in the middle if it's more than or less than after you've written down how much is on each side. Pause the video and complete that one if you're doing this challenge. Same for question 2 for challenge 1. Writing your more than, less than in the middle. Same for question 3 for challenge 1. Writing your more than, less than in the middle after you've told me how much is in each jar. And then you've got challenge 2. Challenge 2, I've filled up the jars a little bit more now. You've got even more coins in. So you need to work it out. Question number 5. You've then, still for challenge 2, you've got even more coins in now, and I need you to work it out, writing that more than, less than in the middle. Now, question 6, I've started to add in some notes. So remember, this is challenge 2, and I've still need you to write in your more than, less than in the middle. Now we've moved on to challenge 3. You've got coins and notes, and I'm just need you to do your what is one jar, what's the other jar, is it more than, less than, equal to? And then question 8, and then this is everybody's extension. Complete the statements below. Question A. £7.21 is less than this many pounds and this many pence. Question B. This many pounds and this many pence is more than £7.21. Question C. £7.21 is equal to this many pounds and this many pence. That is your math session for today. I look forward to seeing all the work on tapestry from your challenges. Thank you very much for coming along to this session, Da Vinci. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.